Hello my lovelies, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? I hope you're having a really lovely day and you're all doing super well. If you're new here, please make sure that before we go any further, you click subscribe and ring the bell so that you know when all of my future videos are live, and also make sure that you head over to my Instagram and give me a little follow there too, because I love connecting with you guys who watch me on YouTube over on the gram. Today's video, guys, is one that I'm hoping will be super useful right now while we are on lockdown with the coronavirus, but also when we come out the other side. I hope this video is still going to be super useful. I am today talking about the new Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes collection, which was totally calling my name, because if you guys have been with me for a while, which I know most of you have, you'll know I love a good champagne-y tone, smoky eye. It's my go-to look. So seeing a natural nude palette like this was like, I have to have it. So I was very, very eager to get my hands on it, but I've been meaning to try it for a little while. I must admit, I do have sometimes some reservations. I am the biggest Too Faced fan. As a beauty blogger, I would say that they are one of the brands I have written about the most on my blog. I love their eyeshadow palettes. Their collections are fun. They make makeup fun, and I love that. Their things are a bit different. Their Christmas collections blow me away. Yeah, I'm just the biggest Too Faced fan. But being honest, there are a lot of mixed reviews on their eyeshadow palettes. Some of their palettes are insanely good, and some of the pigmentation in others is quite poor. I haven't tried many where I've thought, okay, this isn't the best, but I do know a lot of people have, and I think it comes down to the way that they mix their eyeshadows, the factories that they use to create them. Some of the pans have had problems, but generally speaking, it's not put me off. I love Too Faced, so I've got pretty much all of their eyeshadow palettes, and I love them all. I'm probably more of a collector than anything else now, but you guys know I love my eyeshadow palettes. So when I saw this, I was like, hell yes, I've got to get it, because I've got the Born This Way foundation and concealer and love both. I was like, how quickly can I get my hands on it? And then I've just been too busy to try it. So although it's not brand new anymore, it's still kind of coming in and out of stock because everyone's grabbing it. What I will say, as you guys know I like to spoil you, you can get 15% off at Look Fantastic using this code up here, Lady Writes. Put it in at the checkout. Rather than paying the full £35 for it, you'll get it for $29.75, which is an absolute bargain, right? So make sure you use that code. That code is also usable on a lot of products on their site. There are some exclusions, but generally speaking, you can save yourself 15% right now, so make sure you do that. Now the palette itself I'm going to swatch completely for you in a minute so you can see all of the shades, but let me just show you inside and how flipping beautiful this palette actually is. Like, it is the perfect everyday nude palette really, and I really like the way you've got a matte and a shimmer that complement each other all the way down. So these two you can wear together, these two. Obviously I use more than two shades, but if you are wanting to go your basic lid and crease colour, you're absolutely nailed for the matching shades. It's a no-brainer. I think it's probably the easiest palette to master a nude eyeshadow look, so it's definitely got that going for it. And all of the tones I think are really versatile with skin tones, so if you've got light skin, slightly darker skin, I think you're still going to be able to really get a lot of looks out of this. So for $29.75, it's an absolute no-brainer for me. There is, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 shades, so that's pretty normal for a premium beauty palette. I'm going to do a really quick tutorial, just like a 5-minute jobby of how I would whack this palette on my face and enjoy it for the day, which I hope will show you how easy it is to use. That'll also be interesting to see how the pigmentation works, and hopefully this will be one of the really, really good palettes. I'm sure it will. But yes, let me dive into showing you the swatches, and then we will follow up with a super quick and easy tutorial, which I hope that you will enjoy. But guys, if you're looking for a new eyeshadow palette, if this one performs well, I highly recommend snapping it up. Let's dive into those swatches. Okay, so you've totally caught me. Unfortunately, I am in my joggers, as most people are right now. You have totally busted me. Let's go into swatching this gorgeous little palette.
I don't even know what I get in your head, seeking your attention, but simple instead. Cause I hope you look my way, but no, you didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Feeling every day like I'm going insane, cause you and I are something I wish for every day. So I hope you look my way, but yeah, you didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Cause I know I am nobody to you, and it feels just like you want me to go now. But I hope you slow it down, cause what I really need is your time. So will you like me like that? Just like that.
Okay guys, so I just pressed record and the first part of the video didn't record, so you can see that I've already got my transition shade in there, but we'll just reapply so that you can see exactly which shade we're going for. This one was a difficult call for me because actually I really liked maple and cocoa for the crease and transition shade, so I'll probably end up using both, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of cocoa because it's a little bit cooler toned, take it on a massive fluffy brush and just continue to build up that crease and transition, just to give us a little bit more oomph with our little like delicate smoky eye that's good for every day. Okay, so just adding in the corners, circular motions like I always tell you guys. And look how lovely that pigment is. Obviously I had a very light coating on already from when the camera didn't film, but that's just like two covers there, and it's a beautiful shade. So just blending all the way to the top. Obviously you don't want to go all the way up to the top of your brow because that would be silly, but you do want to go to the top of where your brow arch starts. So that's what we're going to continue to do, and just again on this side, building that colour up. Okay, so there we go. Now I am going to darken that crease a little bit now. We may lighten the top, but to be honest, I don't think that we need it right now. So now I'm going to go in with the darkest shade, the darkest matte shade, which is Truffle right here. And we're just going to add a little bit more of that into the very, very crease. I'm going to take a thinner brush. You can see it's a thinner one. Let me show you. This is the type of brush you want for when you're doing your crease and transition. It's a lot fluffier, still quite long bristles on this one, but much, much thinner. So this is the one that we're going to work with for putting the really dark colours into that crease, because they just go better with a little bit more precision. And obviously you don't want the dark colours to go all the way up. So just dotting that in. Look at the pigmentation on that. I'm really impressed with this palette so far because, as I said in the beginning, guys, sometimes Too Faced palettes have been known to have problems with the pigmentation in the palettes. It's like some palettes have been great, like the pigmentation's been insanely good, and some has been not so good. As a die-hard Too Faced lover, I always try and see the best in their palettes, especially because I think that they're so fun. But this one, the pigmentation, I would say is probably the best in any Too Faced palette that I've ever had. So, I mean, so far we've obviously only used a couple of shades, but I'm impressed, and that is what we like to see. Okay, so we've nicely darkened that crease now, and I'm really, really liking how dark that is. And I sometimes worry with like the really dark shades in a palette, guys, because I always think, oh, when I blend that in, that's going to go much lighter. But this is blending and not like lightening up. It's still staying like a really, truly dark pigment. I'm really making that smoke beautiful. I'm very, very, very much liking this shade. I can see myself reaching for this shade even when I use other palettes for my eye looks, just because it's such a nice dark matte that's working exactly as I want it to. Now all I'm going to do is just take that fluffy brush and just blend a little bit, because the pigmentation is so good on these colours. I just want to blend the outer bits a little more, but that's all we'll need. Okay, now for my lid shade, obviously you guys know I'm a big fan of my champagne tones. We've obviously got Shimmering Pearl, Sparkling Sand and Rose Gold. I'm very much torn between which one to go for. I mean, Sparkling Sand is really, can you see that? Very pretty. Let me see if I can just swatch that one for you. That's very, very nice, isn't it? A little bit more warm tone rose gold than I thought. So let's have a little look at Shimmering Pearl, which looks like that on the finger. So this was the first one. This is Shimmering Pearl. Now that is much more of a true champagne tone, isn't it? So we may have to go for that one. Okay, now so for a lid shade you want to take a flat brush. So you can see this is much flatter. It's a little bit longer than I would usually use, but my other one is currently in need of a wash. So we're just going to work with this one. We're going to take the flat brush, apply directly in the pan and pick up as much pigment by sliding down. Now not a lot is actually coming off, which is not a Too Faced thing. A lot of really, really creamy like the wet look type products you do have to actually use with your fingers, so we'll go with that. But look, oh my gosh, I love it. That shade, oh my gosh, it's so me. That is literally my perfect champagne tone. The reason that we use our fingers, guys, is because it warms the pigment in the shadow in the palette. And then obviously with the touch of the skin, it allows you to move it, whereas obviously you don't have any warmth on a brush, which is sometimes why it's really difficult to pick up. I love that. I can't believe how quick and easy this whole look is. I think, you know, I could rock that as it is. I quite like that. I just want to warm up that crease just a little bit. So I'm going to take the thinner brush again and now go in with Maple just to add a little bit of warmth in there. Just revisiting only the crease and pulling over. Okay, I would say that that is almost there, guys. I'm going to just take that flat brush again, go in with the darker shade just to add a little bit more of a pull in the shadow. And then just going to blend. Okay, now I just want to take that fluffy brush and I'm going to probably go in with Seashell. It's a lot lighter and I'm just going to dust over the top up here as I just want to lighten that very, very top bit a little bit. Obviously it's still got quite high pigmentation so you can see, but it is just like warming it. So we're just going to keep dusting, dusting, blending, blending until we are happy with it. Okay, now revisiting the Cocoa shade just for the under eye. Always love filming this part because I just pull the weirdest face, but you know, you guys have been with me for a while now, so you're used to my funny faces. There we go, done. Less than 5 minute everyday eyes. I'm now going to just put my lashes on, line the eyes, and then we're good to go. There we go, guys. How quick and easy was that? I mean, this palette is the perfect way to achieve a great nude everyday eye look. Less than 5 minutes. I just whacked on some lashes and some eyeliner, like just a normal kohl pencil. Good to go. Oh yeah, also use mascara. Always put mascara on your lashes before you apply falsies, guys. Massive tip there, because otherwise your lashes, your natural lashes, will look a different colour. You'll be able to see them. It's not a good look. So do that too. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving how this look came out. I'm going to play with this palette so much because I think while we're all on lockdown right now, we're obviously playing around with more natural looking makeup, just trying to really amp up that glowy goddess nude look, which I think is perfect for right now. But also actually when things do get back to normal, this is going to be one of those most reachable palettes in my collection because a nude look is my go-to. You can amp it up by just popping some glitter or a topper on your lids for the evening to just make it a little bit sexy, a little bit sultry. You can really darken the crease to make it that sultry, smoky eye look, or you can keep it super minimal for the day depending on what you like. It's just the most easy everyday type of eye look, and it's the one I default to the most. So absolutely giving this a massive thumbs up, and the pigmentation really impressed me. So those fears that I had at the start of the video were completely banished as soon as I started trying it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this palette and the complete Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. Let me know what you think, if it's something that you're going to be picking up, and what you think of the eye look. I love to hear your comments as we go through the video together. And also remember, guys, if you want to pick up this palette, which I highly recommend doing, you can get 15% off at Look Fantastic using the code LadyWrites at the checkout, making it exactly £29.75 instead of £35. Currently, at the time of filming, they also have a free Too Faced eyeshadow primer in your basket when you check out using the code above, and the link I will pop in the description box. So if you want to treat yourself, go for it. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Really hope that you've enjoyed it. I will look forward to seeing you very soon for my next video. Make sure you've subscribed so you know when it's live, as it will drop in your inbox as soon as it's up. See you guys very soon. Keep safe, keep healthy, keep washing your hands. See you very soon. Bye.